Jim Michaely, and for the next half hour, I'll be reading from the January 8th, 2025 issue of the Buffalo Rocket on the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service. Here's a story titled SPCA Winter Pet Safety Tips. Plan ahead for the upcoming snowy days and nights now to ensure your pets stay safe and healthy today and throughout the rest of the winter. It had to happen sometime. The snow is back, and as many veterinary clinics, including the Lipsey Veterinary Clinic at the SPCA, are dealing with smaller workforces, so it's a little more complicated to receive emergency veterinary care. Plan ahead for the upcoming snowy days and nights now to ensure your pets stay safe and healthy today and throughout the rest of the winter. Read on for some of the SPCA serving Erie counties winter pet safety tips. Outdoor animal shelters must be suitable for inclement weather. And if it's not, animal weather officers can rescue the pet even before he or she shows signs of suffering, thanks to New York State's shelter law that went into effect in 2023. Thanks to a legislative push in late 2018, which led to stronger laws concerning the tethering of dogs within Buffalo city limits, the SPCA and other law enforcement organizations can now take even more steps to ensure dogs are protected from the elements. Keep a tight leash. Never let your dog off the leash on snow or ice, especially during a snowstorm. Pets can lose their scent on snow and ice, especially if snow is falling at a fast rate, and your pet can easily lose his sense of direction. Pets may also panic during a snowstorm and run away. Many pets are lost during the winter months. Remember to keep current identification on your pet at all times. Keep pets at home. Never leave your pet alone in a car during cold weather. A car can act as a refrigerator in the winter, holding in the cold. Your pet could literally freeze to death. Always dry pets' wet feet. Thoroughly wipe off your pet's legs and stomach when she comes in and out of the rain, snow, or ice. Check her sensitive foot pads, which may be bleeding from snow or ice encrusted in them. Your pet may also pick up salt and other chemicals on her feet accidentally. These chemicals could hurt her if she swallows them while licking her feet. Lay straw for dogs' visits outdoors. Can't get your dog to wear booties? Lay straw on top of snow for trips outdoors by dogs reluctant to step out onto a freezing surface to relieve themselves. Check cars for cats. During the winter, stray or neglected cats outdoors sometimes sleep under the hood of the car where it's warm and comfortable. If you start the motor, cats could get caught in or flung about by the fan belt, causing serious injury or death. To prevent this, bang loudly on the hood and sides of your car before turning on the ignition to give the cat a chance to escape. Keep outdoor sessions short. Take your dog outside only for as long as it takes for him to relieve himself. Dogs, particularly small, short-haired breeds like Chihuahuas and Terriers, suffer from the cold despite their seemingly warm fur coats. Live within Buffalo city limits? Don't forget Buffalo's new laws pertaining to tethering dogs in inclement weather. Bathe pets only when necessary. Your pet runs the chance of catching a cold when wet, especially in cold weather. If you absolutely must bathe your pet, consult a professional groomer or veterinarian. Keep pets warm. Limit the clipping of your pet's hair in the cold winter months, keeping your pet as warm as possible. Brush your pet daily in lieu of clipping to keep your pet's coat healthy, shiny, clean, and mat-free. Make sure your pet has a warm place to sleep far away from outside drafts. Hungry pets. Speak to your veterinarian about increasing your pet's supply of food, particularly protein, to keep his fur thick and healthy through the winter months. Inquire about vitamin and oil supplements. Antifreeze is poison to pets. Antifreeze, even in small doses, is a lethal poison for dogs and cats. Because of its sweet taste, animals are attracted to it. Be sure to clean up spills thoroughly and consider switching to an animal-friendly antifreeze. Ensure that if you store antifreeze in a garage, shed, or other places accessible to your pets, it is well out of the pet's reach. If your pet becomes lost, be sure to visit your spca.org's Lost and Found page for recommendations on where to post lost pet listings and tips for finding your lost pets. For more tips regarding keeping pets safe and healthy during the winter, please contact your veterinarian. Here's a story titled, Hundreds of Orchids Are on the Way. Escape Buffalo's winter weather and see our tropical blooms. The Buffalo and Erie County Botanical Gardens Orchid Exhibit premieres January 22nd and goes through March 9th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and that's included with the price of admission. Exciting pops of color will breathe even more life into our lush greenhouses this winter thanks to the return of our orchid exhibit. Experience our expansive collection featuring hundreds of tropical flowers. Find extraordinary epiphytes, wrapping their roots into a series of beautiful displays throughout our botanical gardens. See incredible orchids of all shapes and sizes, learn all about these interesting flowers, and relax in our peaceful conservatory. You don't want to miss this spectacular showcase of tropical flowers from around the world. See the beautiful blooms of our orchid exhibit after the sun sets during Orchids After Dark. Hundreds of magical lights will guide you through our 12 greenhouses, bathing our orchid displays in brilliant colors. This limited time event is the perfect way to warm up after a long day at work or school. Bring a friend, your family, or a date and experience the magic of the Botanical Gardens. Kids Day at the Botanical Gardens starts January 20th, goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. with free admission for kids. Visit the Botanical Gardens while the kids are off from school. Explore the beautiful botanical gardens to discover, learn, and play. Admission is free for all kids 12 and under. Travel through our tropical conservatory and learn about plants from around the world. Admission is free for kids 12 and under all day long. Silent Disco at the Botanical Gardens starts January 30th from 6 to 10 p.m. Tickets are $40 a person or $36 for a member. Get ready to dance among the plants at our silent disco inside the Botanical Gardens Conservatory. Picture this: vibrant plants, blooms under lights, and your favorite beats to dance to. Slip on your wireless headphones and choose from a variety of music channels. Whether you're into indie hits, retro vibes, or deep house grooves, SE2 has prepared the perfect soundtrack for your night. Stroll through the lush pathways and mingle with fellow music lovers in this unique setting that blends nature with nightlife. It's the perfect escape from the ordinary, where you can express yourself freely amidst the beauty of our gardens. Join us for an unforgettable night of music, dance, and botanical bliss. Grab your friends and make some memories. Enjoy a bar by Hartman's Distilling and some fun sodas by Popularity. Silent disco equipment provided by SE2 Entertainment. Our silent disco is limited to guests 18 and over. Here's some stories from the police blotter. Felonies from D District. Post-New Year's crime streak down Hurdle and Delaware Avenues. North Buffalo, January 5th, 2025. Delaware Avenue. The defendant and two co-defendants did take, without permission, $1,020 worth of winter coats and pass all points of purchase. The subjects did flee when confronted by loss prevention and left in New York registered vehicle. Defendant was identified by the lieutenant. January 3rd, 2026. Hurdle Avenue. Defendant was passenger of New York registered vehicle. Upon inventory search of vehicle prior to tow, officer did recover a clear, tied-off plastic baggie containing white rock-like substance consistent with crack cocaine inside a pill bottle with approximate weight of 6.8 grams, along with a bottle with no label containing 600 milligrams of gabapentin. Officer did recover from right front pocket of defendant clear crystal in a plastic baggie with approximate weight of 1.2 grams, consistent with crystal methamphetamine. January 3rd, 2026. Hurdle Avenue. Defendant was operating New York registered vehicle westbound on Hurdle and did pass the steady red light at Hurdle at St. Florian, directly in front of officers. Upon stop, defendant was operating on a revoked status. Upon search, officer did recover a tied-off plastic baggie containing white rock-like substance consistent with crack cocaine. January 1st, 2026. Delaware Avenue. Defendant and co-defendant did enter and remain unlawfully at 1165 Delaware. Both defendants were observed on the 4th floor and apprehended on the 4th floor as well. December 31st, that is, 2025, Hurdle Avenue. Defendant did pass all points of purchase, concealing items totaling approximately $20 without paying. West Side, January 6, 2025, West Ferry Street. The victim attempted to have a conversation with the defendant, who was her downstairs neighbor, regarding an ongoing issue with the defendant's dog being off leash. The defendant became irate and stated, "Blank, I'll blanking kill you for talking to my husband." After the victim went back upstairs to her apartment, the defendant then began to bang on the victim's locked downstairs hallway door and was observed displaying a large kitchen knife, placing the victim in fear for her safety. While displaying the knife, the defendant stated, "Come downstairs, I'm going to kill you." Victim is requesting an order of protection against defendant and co-defendant. January 3rd, 2026, Ashland Avenue. Arriving on scene, officers observed the defendant pushing the complainant multiple times on the floor. Once officers gained entry, the defendant hid in a closet to evade officers. The complainant stated on body camera that the defendant did push her. The defendant then lied to multiple officers about his identity. Order of protection is in effect. Riverside, January 8th, 2026, Esser Avenue. Officers were dispatched to a shots fired call at 129 Esser Avenue. Upon arrival, officers located one spent 9mm shell casing in front of 129 Esser. Detectives did then obtain a search warrant signed by Honorable Judge. Upon executing search warrant, a patrol officer did recover a Glock 43 with serial number loaded with one in the chamber and a loaded magazine from a black Adidas satchel in the attic. The defendant's actions were injurious to the two juvenile children that were at the residence. Evidence detective and photographer did respond. January 6, 2026, East Street. Officer, while at directed patrol, did get flagged down by employee at Family Dollar for a male walking at the same location. Male did take, without payment, 8 bottles of motor oil and did have same inside on his person when stopped. Merchandise was stuffed into jacket lining. All merchandise returned to store. Total $45.68. January 3rd, 2026, Ontario Street. Defendant did take 2 cans of Monster beverage, valued at $6, without permission and did pass all points of purchase. Defendant apprehended at 136 Ontario Street, and both cans of Monster were on defendant's person. Recovered by patrol officer in jacket pockets. January 2nd, 2026, Military Road. Offender did break victim's phone, estimated at $1,000, preventing victim from calling 911. Offender did grab victim, throwing her to the ground. Incidents occurred in front of 6, 7, and 5-month-old children, putting them in fear. Victim is in fear for her safety. You are listening to a reading of articles and features from the Buffalo Rocket on the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service. This is the seniority column. Why didn't my friend's wife get all of her SS immediately? Ask Rusty. Dear Rusty, a friend told me about what he believes is a strange thing in the Social Security system. His wife reached her full retirement age, FRA, of 66 several years ago. She delayed filing for Social Security, passed her FRA, and claimed on her 68th birthday in June of that year, exactly 2 years after her FRA. When she filed, she was told she would receive approximately $300 per month, which of course was more than she would have received at her FRA. She was told, however, that she would only receive $300 per month as of January 1st of the following year. Between June of the year she turned 68 and filed for SS until the end of that year, she would receive an amount less than $300. This lower amount was the amount she would have received if she had filed in December, the year she turned 67. She said she was told that was how SS works. She would never receive the difference in benefits she lost from June through December of the year she filed. If the above is true, can you explain? Signed, Astounded Friend. Dear Astounded, what your friend described is indeed a unique methodology for how Social Security handles benefit payments for those who choose to wait beyond their full retirement age to claim SS benefits. To understand it, let me first describe how Social Security retirement benefits are calculated. At full retirement, a person is entitled to 100% of the SS benefit they have earned from a lifetime of working. That FRA benefit amount is known as the person's primary insurance amount, PIA, and it's based upon the highest earning 35 years over the individual's lifetime. From those past years, average lifetime monthly earnings are computed, known as the person's average indexed monthly earnings. Their AIME is subjected to a formula which yields their primary insurance amount, the benefit the person is entitled to in the month they attain their full retirement age, typically about 40% of the person's average monthly lifetime earnings. However, if the person chooses to do so, they can wait beyond their FRA to claim Social Security to get a monthly benefit even higher than their PIA by earning Delayed Retirement Credits, DRCs. DRCs are applied to the person's PIA when they claim Social Security. For each month after full retirement age that the person claims, they will have .667 added to their PIA. That means that for each full year of delay, that person will get an extra 8% added to their PIA. For someone, like your friend's wife, who claimed 24 months after her FRA, she would receive a benefit 16% higher than her FRA amount. However, Social Security normally only applies DRCs in January of each year. So even though your friend's wife claimed her SS benefits in June, 24 months after her FRA, she would initially only get the DRCs she had accumulated through the end of the previous year. In this case, about 18 months worth of DRCs, or an SS payment about 12% higher than her PIA, her FRA amount. She would not get her remaining earned DRCs, another 4%, until January of the following year. So, in effect, the wife's initial benefit did not reflect all her earned DRCs until her later January benefit payment. Thus, the wife essentially lost that extra benefit money for the period between June and December of the year she claimed Social Security. In other words, she wouldn't get the full 16% amount until SS applied the additional 4% DRCs to her benefit payment the following January. And that is why your friend's wife initially received a payment a bit less than the $300 Social Security said that she was entitled to by waiting 2 years after her FRA to claim. Here's some features from the Grapevine column. Afternoon Drive host WEBR AM 1440 and FM 105.3 is one of Buffalo's most iconic radio stations. We are celebrating our 100th anniversary in 2025 and would like you to join our family. We are currently looking for an afternoon drive host to be on air from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. Bring your energy and ability to relate to our listeners. Experience preferred, but we'll consider someone who is willing to learn and take direction. College radio would be a big help plus. Great support with local ownership. Have fun, be yourself, and grow at the same time. Please email a recent air check to Tony Venturoli, Program Director, WEBR AM 1440, FM 105.3. Email address is ajthedj104@hotmail.com. Phone 716-481-8836. Shays Performing Arts Center announced registration is now open for Sing Your Story, a camp for students ages 10 to 17 running through the February school break. Through a song of their choice, students in this camp will explore their unique life experiences to create a personal monologue and sing their story. Under the guidance of Shay's lead teaching artist, Alejandro Gomez, participants will develop their own ideas, lighting, and costumes, culminating in a one-of-a-kind performance where they are the star. Sing Your Story concludes with a community showcase on the Shays Smith Theater stage, celebrating each student's creativity and voice. The week-long camp will run February 16th through 20th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. Space is limited. The cost of the camp is $250 for the week, with assistance available to those in need. To register, visit www.shays.org/camps/sing-your-story/ M&T Bank presents Third Thursdays at the Buffalo Zoo. This will continue for 3 Thursdays in 2026, January 15th, February 19th, and March 19th. To participate, guests will need to reserve their free tickets online before arriving at the zoo. Tickets can be reserved at mtb.com/Third Thursdays. There will be a limit of 10 tickets per group, with timed ticket entry still available between 10 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. While tickets are honored all day, visitors are asked to arrive at the time they signed up for. Special programming on November 20th will feature several zookeeper talks, including 11 a.m. Snow Leopard Keeper talk at the Vanishing Animals North exhibit, 12 p.m. Tawny Frogmouth and Wallaby Keeper talk at the Echo Station exhibit, 2 p.m. Bison Keeper talk at the Bison exhibit. Current members of the zoo are always admitted, even in the event of a Third Thursday sellout. Please note that rides, concessions, and parking are not included in the free admission. As the Buffalo Zoo marks its 150th anniversary this year, the M&T Bank Presents Third Thursdays at the Buffalo Zoo program adds to the zoo's ongoing celebrations, which are taking place through December of 2026. M&T is a longtime partner of the Buffalo Zoo and remains the lead sponsor of the M&T Bank Rainforest Falls exhibit. To learn more about the Buffalo Zoo and its latest special events, visit buffalozoo.com. Let's read a few advertisements. Bison Automotive and Detail is advertising a detail special, $179.95. The special includes washed vehicle, pressure wash wheel wells, paste wax exterior, cleaned and dress wheels and tires, vacuum interior, shampoo floor mats, wipe down door panels and dashboard, clean all vinyl and leather, polish windows inside and out. Again, that's a detail special for $179.95. Bison Automotive and Detail is located at 1374 Kenmore Avenue in Buffalo, and their phone number is 716-873-1193. Crisis Services says, "We're here to help." There is a 24-hour crisis hotline for Buffalo and Erie County. That number is 716-834-3131. There's also a 24-hour addiction hotline serving Buffalo and Erie County. That number is 716-831-7007. Again, the crisis hotline is 716-834-3131. The 24-hour addiction hotline is 716-831-7007. Adopt a Pet, sponsored by the Buffalo Rocket. This week's featured friend, Ebony. Ebony, there's a photo. It looks like a very cute black cat. Our shelter is overflowing with dogs. Meet Ebony. Ebony is estimated to be about a year old and is a lovely, lush, all-black kitty. Our volunteers describe Ebony as shy, but learning to enjoy being a pet, especially a good cheek and chin rub. She was unfortunately a longer stay in our shelter since July, but has been able to move to an off-site location. Ebony's confidence is growing every day. We look forward to seeing her settled as someone's cherished companion. Ebony is currently located at PetSmart on Elmwood Avenue in North Buffalo. We encourage you to visit her and our other adoptable kitties. Volunteer hours are Tuesday and Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m., Saturday from 12 to 4 p.m., and Sunday 2 to 4 p.m. If you would like to meet any of the adoptable dogs, please fill out an application online if you are not already pre-approved, or call the shelter and leave a message with your name and phone number and the dog you're interested in. Have patience and they will call you back when they can. From there, a time will be scheduled for you to come and meet the dog. Please be patient and remember they are very short-staffed at the time. Applications can be found at friendsofhas.org/adopt. And the City of Buffalo Animal Shelter is located at 380 North Oak Street in Buffalo. Their phone number is 716-851-5694. Johnny's Meats at 1191 Hurdle Avenue advertises some specials. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts are available for $2.99 a pound. Boneless chuck roasts, $7.99 a pound. Fresh chicken wings, $2.99 a pound. Frozen chicken fingers, $29.95 for a 5-pound bag. Some deli and other specials include slab bacon, $5.89 a pound. Chicken pot pies, $3.99 each. Extra large eggs, $2 a dozen. Frozen cooked shrimp, $8.99 per pound. They have a $120 meat package, which includes 6 8-ounce sirloin steaks, 4 pounds of ground chuck, 3 pounds of bacon or pork sausage, 5 pounds of chicken thighs, 4 pounds of Italian sausage, and 3 pounds of Salon's hot dogs. You have been listening to a reading of articles and features from the January 8, 2026 issue of the Buffalo Rocket. We read from the Buffalo Rocket every Sunday at 8:30 a.m. Your reader has been Jim Michaely. Thank you for listening.
Good morning. Welcome to another broadcast day on the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service, a private, not-for-profit organization. Radio Reading volunteers broadcast daily readings of newspapers, magazines, and books to area blind and handicapped persons who are provided reading radios. We broadcast in the subcarrier signal of WNED-FM Radio Buffalo, and that's provided without charge with the Western New York Public Broadcasting Association. As always, please feel free to contact us with your comments, suggestions, or any questions you may have And please stay with us. Arena Buffalo News is going to be coming up in just a moment.
The following program is intended for listeners who are blind, have low vision, or another print disability.